stand it and I'm going to declaim a speech that was delivered in public by Priyanka Chopra. And it goes like this. Good afternoon and thank you. And wow, I'm so honored and so privileged to be sharing this afternoon with all of you and this incredibly amazing women that are being honored today. So in life, there are moments when you stop and ask yourself, how did I get here? Like, why am I standing here? Well, this is definitely one of those moments for me. And I find myself going back to the beginning, back to my roots. I was the firstborn, and as far as I can remember, I made my parents very happy and very proud 99% of the time. Okay, slight exaggerations of personal achievements are allowed from time to time. Don't you think? I grew up in a middle-class family with extremely philanthropic parents who constantly reminded me and my brother how lucky we were and how giving back to those who were less fortunate was not a choice. It was a way of life. Simple. I was 7 or 8 years old when my parents started taking me on these visits in a traveling clinic to developing communities around and villages around the city that we lived in called Bareilly. We were packed into this ambulance and my parents would provide free medical care to the people who couldn't afford it. My job at the age of 8 was an assistant pharmacist. I would count all the medicines, put them in an envelope and give it out to patients. And I took my job very seriously. Very seriously. But I think what really moved the needle for me and ultimately led me to create the Priyanka Chopra Foundation for Health and Education and around the same time partner with UNICEF was an encounter with my housekeeper's daughter. About 12 years ago, I went home from set early one day and she was sitting in my library and she must have been 7 or 8 years old and I know she loved reading. So I went and I asked her, I was like, it's a weekday and why aren't you in school? And she said, I don't go to school anymore. So I went and I asked her mother, I was like, why isn't she in school? So her mother said that her family couldn't afford to send her and her brothers to school, so they chose a boys. Reason was, she would eventually get married and it would be a waste of money. I was completely blown and it shook me to my core. Eventually, I decided to cover the cost of her education so that she would continue to learn because education is a basic human right. Girls have the power to change the world. Over the last 11 years, I have witnessed firsthand the incredible work that UNICEF does for the children around the world. But there is still so much work to do, and for me, that is a fuel to my fire. Despite all the efforts and progress made over the last 2 decades, it is a fact that more than, I'm just going to give a stat, more than 15 million girls of primary school will never learn how to read or write as compared to 10 million boys. Primary school, it's just the beginning of our future. I would like to thank Variety and all of you for encouraging me and every one of us in this room to keep going and keep fighting on. Thank you.